and welcome to tonight's show on sexual and gender identity disorders. Tonight, we will be discussing the many types of paraphilias as well as other sexual disorders. We will be having the real doctors to tell you about the real disorders that affect real Americans, as well as the real patients that suffer from these real disorders. Only a small percentage of people suffer from paraphilias, or behaviors in which unusual objects or scenarios are necessary to achieve sexual excitement. 8 paraphilias are recognized, which are grouped into 3 broad categories.
Paraphilia is defined as a condition characterized by abnormal sexual desires, typically involving extreme or dangerous activities. Some paraphilias can be completely harmless, such as a sexual attraction to the foot, while some have a very serious health risks, like coprophagia or eating your partner's feces. My patient has a paraphilia called periodictophilia, which causes him a lot of legal trouble.
Okay.
Of course this has caused me legal trouble. I was in a police academy in the beginning, in front of guys, and then I just flash it and they're like, whoa, I got it. Yeah, of course. I mean, 27 times or something, I don't know. It's just, yeah.
A pedophilia can push people to do things that they wouldn't normally do, either in private or in public. Something like periodictophilia is classified as public nudity and therefore illegal.
What pleasure? I don't know, people seeing my private parts all the time. I mean, that just listen to what I said. I mean, just people seeing my private. I mean, I think I'm pro. You would too, man.
Periodictophilia is defined as in which arousal and orgasm are responsive to and contingent on evoking surprise, shock, or panic from a stranger by exhibiting the penis either flaccid or erect. Harold has claimed to have been arrested for this 27 times before coming to me for treatment. Periodictophilia and gender identity disorders aren't really harmful to the person, but pose social problems. Both disorders are frowned upon by the general public for censorship and religious reasons, but neither directly threaten the patient. The only problem is how they will be viewed in society.
People can't judge me for wanting to flash people. I mean, look at this. Don't judge. You know? Yeah, I know you like that. So, there you go. Gender identity disorder is where the patient's physical gender and their gender they're identifying with is conflicted, leaving the person to question which gender they actually are. Some people become very obsessed with it and may end up taking their lives. Patients like Jamie Davidson sometimes will seek out a sex change to make the two genders coordinate. James Davidson has a gender identity disorder. Even when she was a small boy, she felt a strong connection with the feminine side. So Jamie sought out a sex change. This will put her at peace with her conflicting emotions.
Oh.
Well, I've known that I should have been a female since I was a small child. I've always wanted to play with the Barbies, and the dress-up games have always intrigued me. So that's what I knew since I was a small child.
A sex change is a relatively simple operation. Surgery coupled with hormones. This process can change the body into the opposite gender. Not completely, but enough to change physical appearances.
I feel much more at ease now that I've had my sex change. I feel like I'm really who I'm supposed to be now.
My great-great-grandmother was a high school psychology teacher, and that is what promoted me to go into the field of psychology to help people. Great-great-grandmother Caroline, rest in peace. After Jamie had her sex change, she felt more at ease with her body now that her physical gender and her emotional gender coordinate. And she made it easier, and she had an easier time socializing with others.
I'm often discriminated against. I am female, and that's what I believe, but people can't understand that, and it makes it hard for them. It makes it hard for me. I had a hard time in high school attending a public school. I've been made fun of my entire life, and it's made my life hard. Dentrophilia is a sexual attraction to trees or plants. This isn't a very dangerous paraphilia, but can cause legal problems if the patient has sex with trees in public places. The only injury that can cause is if a chipmunk bites off the patient's ear.
Not much. I've been arrested a couple times for it, but it's never caused me really problems, I would say. I do it mostly in my house in privacy, so I don't get what the big deal is here.
Oh God, look at this man. I think he's humping the tree.
My patient, Red Rotch, has his bedroom full of plants, which he uses for his sexual gratification. He has only been arrested for this act in public 3 times, compared to Harry Bush's 27 times.
I've tried. I can't control it. It's gotten to the point where it's the only thing that can pleasure me. I mean, trees and plants is the only thing that gives me any pleasure anymore. Like, my girlfriend can't pleasure me. I can't watch porn unless it has trees in it.
A paraphilia starts out as a fetish, something that turns someone on sexually, but evolves into an obsession. Once a fetish becomes a paraphilia, only that act can fully pleasure the person. For Mike, he can only orgasm for leaf or tree. We do not know how paraphilia develops, but doctors think that they are usually linked to events in childhood. Mike was molested by a rose bush as a child, which may play a part in his current paraphilia.
No, not really. I mean, everyone has their messed up things that gets them off. I mean, we have people out there, you know, in like Japan that like octopuses and stuff. And why is that not considered weird over there? We have people over here that do things way weirder than what I do, so I don't get what the big deal is.
There are many other sexual disorders, and some of them can be quite dangerous. Most of them can be also illegal. Some of the most common sexual disorders are
Fetishism, masochism, vaginismus, premature ejaculation, retarded ejaculation.
There are also some paraphilias that are extra dangerous or very, very illegal. Some of these include
Pedophilia, sadism,
coprophagia. So,
What's your disorder?
Bye.